Ta-da! I don't know what happened. It was borked. It would not. It just wouldn't work. So hopefully you can see me and hear me now. Let me just sort out everything. So I've had to reboot some things to get them to work, and they clearly haven't. Oh, hang on. Shut up, me. There we go. So, can you hear me? Can you see me? I've lost all the chat from earlier though, I think. Oh no, I've still got it here, I just can't highlight it. Whoa, welcome everyone. Happy Friday. You're joining me on my Fishy Business live stream. It's the weekend. Yay. I hope you're well. Yeah, we had a little bit of I tried to do a premiere before the live stream thinking I could run seamlessly from one into the other. Yeah, didn't quite work. But nevertheless, we're here. It's Friday, and I'm trying Aldi's very own Mystic River IPA, East Coast IPA, no less, which claims to be mega hazy. That'll do. Sorry, my teeth feel all funny today because I've been to the dentist and had a clean. It all feels weird. Anyway, so what did you think of that? I think I've confused a few people. So I know Rebecca said there, oh no, the gourami and not getting the arowana and all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't seen the video, all I was saying there was I'm starting a new project where I'm going to get some Discus. I've been rethinking my life choices now. I've just been thinking about what I want to do with the hobby. There's been certain things that have annoyed me, and I'm not losing love for it, but I don't want to lose love for it, and I think the best way to keep up the love for it is to concentrate on something that I really like. And at heart, I'm a Discus guy. I like Discus, so I'm going to concentrate on more Discus. Also, that tank there is the tank from the video, and it's currently filling, and I'm testing the automatic shut-off valve, so remind me to check that kind of every 10 minutes or so to make sure it's not flooding the place. And then, anyway, I'll try and keep on one subject. I said in the video that I wanted to go into Discus. I'm going to be a Discus breeder. I'm going to get a bunch of Discus, get them really small, so as I can document it all of growing on, how the best way to grow on Discus, seeing them pair up and figuring out how to manage them and what signs to look for and all that kind of stuff, getting them pairing up, having babies, rearing the fry, and just going through all these different stages. And I'll probably add to it, so I might get, I don't know, I'm thinking of getting a bunch of one strain and a bunch of another strain, keeping them in 2 tanks, but then over time I might then mix up different strains and get new strains, and might even do crazy and weird concoctions to see what happens. Ultimately, to have a big Discus tank, I think I've only got 6 Discus in here at the moment, something like that, so I could have 15 easily, if not more. I have other tanks in there, and then I panned the camera around and said, and then one day Mega Tank could be the biggest Discus tank in the UK. If I breed myself a small army of Discus, then that might be what we do, is turn Mega Tank into a Mega Discus tank. But I'm not doing that at the detriment of all the fish that are in Mega Tank at the moment. So they are lifetime fish. Now I know some of them, they could live for 20 years, and that would be a problem if I plan to turn it into a big Discus tank. But it is what it is. That was more of an off-the-cuff comment, that wouldn't that be cool to have that. Now, if somebody came along and said, oh, I'd really love some of those big fish, then fine, I might move them on, but I have no plans to move them on. I'm not getting rid of Brian the gourami. I am still planning to get the arowana if it does turn up. And not only that, I'm going to get some bass, because you've heard me say it before, I really loved the peacock bass. I want to get some peacock bass. I think they're awesome, I think they're cool, and I'm going to live by my own words, and if I think something's cool and awesome, I'm going to get it. So Mega Tank with its big fish is going to be here for a long time. What we do with the Discus army, I mean, I've got this 5-foot tank. I've got another 5-foot tank upstairs. I've got plenty of other tanks in the fish room. I've got plenty of other space to make 4 5-foot tanks, so I can house hundreds of discus and quite easily. And if I do have hundreds of discus, maybe I'll sell some discus. So that can maintain me for a long time before I start thinking of getting rid of any fish or anything like that. So that is not the plan. The plan is breed discus, love discus, not like that, that doesn't make any sense, get back into the things that I really, really enjoy, and try the things I really, really enjoy. So getting some peacock bass, I have a line on some killberries which I'm going to be looking out for, and that's my plan. So hopefully that makes some sense. So yes, I know I was 6 minutes late, I'm sorry Rebecca. We're here now though, that's the main thing. You're right, Jack, just restart everything. I did in the end just restart everything, but even then it still did exactly the same thing. It's very weird. Those of you who stream will know this. On your streaming software, so I've got my OBS here, you click start streaming and then you look at your control panel and it goes, a second later you appear on there and you can press the go live button. It was saying excellent connection, nothing was appearing, the go live button was just greyed out. I was like, what? So rebooted everything and exactly the same, and then it just all of a sudden worked. So I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming it's some kind of problem with either OBS or with Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. So there we are. AV, good, thank you, Tommy 10 Names. How are we all doing? Hans has done an 11-hour deep clean of his door pond. What's a door pond? Is that meant to outdoor pond? 11 hours, that's a deep clean. Brian has missed the love stream. Yes, so I advertised on Discord. Ding ding ding. Come join the Discord that you're getting a love stream tonight. Don't read anything into it. It just means I can't spell. Yes, Discus, definitely. I agree. Focus on what you're enthusiastic. Exactly, that's what I'm going to do. I am enthusiastic about lots of things, but I've never really given it a proper go. Like the breeding thing, I've always said, oh, I've got a pair, I've done some, and then pumped them off on someone. So, yeah, I like them. Why shouldn't I? Breed those nice ones you got from that guy. They are these, and I have bred these ones. There is, well, okay, and that's what I mean. I have one fry in there. Is he going to come out to play? So if you can see that one there, there's a small one about that size, which is my breeding offspring from that, and that's what made me think, right, stop chopping and changing, starting projects. I mean, I'm facing the YouTube curse a little bit that I always have to be making content, so I'm trying to think of new things to do and all that kind of stuff, but no, I'm going to do what I want to do and you're going to watch it or not, which is the case with anything, so I don't know why I've been overthinking it so long. Anyway, it's mostly catfishes that never die. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the fish that are in there, I don't know how old they are, so almost every fish in Mega Tank is a rescue of some kind. So they could be 2 years old, they could be 10 years old, I don't know. Just build another mega. That has been a thought, Brian. Yeah, we might have 2 mega tanks. Who knows? Wild discus, possibly. So there's some Tefe greens were on the list the last time. So I'm not going to a discus specialist. So I'm going to not follow all my advice. And I'm not buying retail. So I'm buying wholesale. So I'm buying whatever's going to come off a fish list. And I'm purposely buying small fish, so I want to buy some really small fish and show everything that happens with the really small fish, the work that's involved, what's good, what's bad, what's difficult, all those kind of things, because I think that'll make a good series and save me a little bit of money, yes. Jackie Kerr, hello mum. How are you? Stream key was fine. You've had the same issues as me. Yeah, the YouTube has just been awkward, let's put it that way. Things didn't work. Oh, did you have problems as well? Yeah. Scott's in the house. He says, "Evening all. How's everyone doing? I've had a heck of a busy week this week, so glad it's the weekend and I've got leave next week. Drinking chocolate stout tonight." Don't forget to hit that like. Indeed, there are all manner of buttons you can hit. You can join, and you can get some behind the scenes occasional pictures. Or there's just the subscribe button down there, but just leave us a like, that's all. Have you got that list yet? No. Doesn't come through until Thursday. So Thursday, usually about 3 or 4 o'clock, I get the list. I really like those. I might be after some more Discus. Well, Scott and I are thinking of teaming up to get an order in, so if you want in on that, let me know. I have a Discusless tank and I feed Discus volumes, but once the food goes in I forget. Yes. Yeah, you need to restock now, don't you? Bruce Patterson, hello from Cornwall, hello from Sheffield. How are you? The Tarzoos, yes, I should get some controversial fish. Oh, Juggler's in. Evening all. A flying visit till I go to sleep. Shall we do the quiz really quickly so Juggler doesn't lose out from just being injured? Again, if you're in the Discord, you will know this, but Juggler, a regular and quizzy person, is not doing too well. So, hope you get better soon. But for those of you who are going to stay awake, I know I have that effect on a lot of people. We are doing week 3 of September quizzing. I should probably open some spreadsheets and stuff. These are the rules of the September quiz. I heard all your complaints from last week that it was too hard. So we've made it a little bit easier this week. So hopefully it'll be a wee bit earlier. Easier. That's the word I was going for. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and find the bloody list, so as I can show you all what the current scores on doors are. We're in September, that's the one. Why are you there? I'm not interested in you. Alright, Excel's not working either. Oh well. Oh, no, I saw something. There we go. That is scores on doors. So as you can see, in first position is False Inspector with 5,458 points, closely followed by Brian. Brian's in second place. How'd that happen? That sounds awful. Sorry, Brian. Brian's in second place. Followed by Tash, Stevie P, Zenny McGinger, Botty McBotty, Juggler, JT, Shadow, and Laurie Carriday. So there's a couple of weeks left. How many weeks have we got in September? No, we've got this week and next week, and that's it. So that's your chance to get up, which is perfectly achievable. So, as I was saying, these are the rules of the quiz, which will be starting in about 10 minutes. 20 questions, each answer correct gets you some points. The faster you answer, the more points you get. Questions 10 and 20, you get to bet any or all of your points. Obviously they're counted for the whole month. They're all multiple choice. Please use the same Tommy, name Tommy each Tommy week. So my spreadsheet automatically calculates your scores, and the correct answer is what I say it is, not what it actually might be. So, me. There we go. So like I say, we'll be doing that in about 10 minutes. I will try and put a link up. Oh, I've lost everything because I had to reboot. I'll put a link up in a second. Sign in. Question 1. Right, okay. Copy link address. Paste link address. That's the link. We'll start it in 10 minutes or so. Yes, get well soon, Juggler. Hope you're feeling better soon. Probably not Tarzu unless the price is really nice. The price was very nice for those ones. Tom, happy Friday. Happy Friday yourself. Hope you're well. Bruce has got a fire pit in the garden burning and good quality cider. Not a fan of cider, especially not in winter. Cider's a summer drink when it's too hot and you want some ice in it. Hans says the final touch was to fill the upside down tank, and it took the first giant gourami 30 seconds to swim in and have a look. I like them. I've got a miniature version on a beta tank back there, but yeah, I like the idea in a pond. And Brian says I need to tell people who's second. I did. There you go. Not too soon, and it's got some pasta. We're aiming for half past. I've been told crisps don't count as dinner, so I have to make real food. Hey, you do you. Whatever goes. How do I join the quiz? Well, Mum, how you join the quiz is if you look at the bottom of the chat now, there'll be a link from Aquarium Adventures. You need to get a second device, ideally. I imagine you're watching on your phone, so if there's a tablet or something around, or put me on the telly, really piss off Dad, and then you can have your phone to play the quiz. Crisps are a perfect dinner, especially paired with bread, butter and oh, you had me until Marmite. No, not thanks. It's not started yet, Aquarium Mum. Is that what we're calling her? Oh dear. Will I finish with 0 points? You may well. I mean, it happens. It's just a bit of fun. Right, so I think I've got everything almost back to normal. No one has reminded me. Thanks, everyone. You're trying to flood. No one has reminded me to check that tank, so I'm going to go and do that now. Back in a sec. Oh no, we've got a good couple of inches before it's problematic. So anyway, I know I skipped past all of that. What do you think of that idea? Do you think that's a good plan? If I concentrate on one thing, I'm keeping this room nice and hot. It's quite economical to heat tanks in here. Can get up to Discus temperatures quite easily. I'll have the fish that I like. I'll be able to film lots of different stages of life and get good content out of it, as well as having the fish that I really like. I think that's quite good. So I can have my Discus. So I've always said my two favourite fish are Discus and Guppy. So I can have my Discus, the little rack that's opposite Mega Tank. I'm either going to use that to get some guppies and do some breeding projects with them, or use them as plant storage. But I'm also thinking of under racks down here, putting some plant storage at the bottom of the racks, kind of wasted space or dead space that I could use for plants. I'm just doing some Facebook Marketplace trawling, looking for some old big tanks. And then I've got my mega tank with my mega fish. I can get my bass in there. Bass. That sounds good to me. And then I'm not worrying, oh, should I buy more fish? Should I do this? Should I get more little tanks, more big tanks? I've got a plan. It's a clear plan. I've got a little bit of diversity. We've got Discus, monster fish, some space for other stuff. Makes sense to me. I don't know. Pardon me. Cam also, yes, Marmite does not deserve to be anywhere near. Even if you like Marmite, don't put it on a crisp sandwich. Cider is sometimes a Christmas drink. I've not heard that one. Hobbyist fish keeper, hello. Not gambling this week, Lisa. I mean, you may as well gamble. Maybe I've made the gambling questions easy. Is Marmite the sediment you scrape from the container after brewing a lot of beer? Similar. Here's a thought. Not a thought, a question. Is Marmite and Vegemite the same thing? What is it? Marmite's yeast extract, isn't it? Vegemite has a much thicker texture than Marmite and is more a spreadable paste. There you go. Both made from the same thing though. Good couple of inches before it's a problem. That's what she said. Yes, don't clip that, tiny one. But you didn't remind me because you have me being so mean about me being second. I immediately apologised though. Come on, give us a break. Thanks, Fishkeeper. When I bought my Discus, they were young and it was amazing to watch them grow and colour up. I could never get any breeding action though. Yeah, and that might be one of the videos that you get to make, because I have done, and I think I've made a video about this, about triggering breeding behaviour. And there's a few different ways and we can try things. I think if I'm just concentrating on a smaller niche of the hobby as my core, I can do more interesting videos within it. Who knows? Interesting, is that too much of a stretch? Try things and talk about the minutiae of things. Or maybe it'll be a horrible idea. Who knows? Graham likes to torture us, make promises and then laugh when we all lose our points. I do not. I want you all to succeed. I want you all to win. Last week, admittedly, I was feeling a bit down. I was not into it. A bit ill. Spent very little time and just went, question. But I maintain that they were hard for everyone, so nobody got any kind of advantage because of it. Cheesy pasta sorted, right? Good. Time to check the yeah, we're all right for now. Another inch or two. Right, we want to do presentation view and put that screen over there. Why would you go over there? Oh my god. Proper technical difficulties this week. Now I can't dock screens. What's going on? Ugh. Right. I think we're almost there. One more minute. This is your last chance. Link in description. Wait, are we trying to overflow a tank live? We're not trying to. It just might happen. Why are we checking the tank? Don't you trust float valves? That's exactly why we're checking the tank. I had to make some modifications to get the float valve to fit properly. And I'm also not entirely sure that it's actually going to not just pop off the bank and spray everywhere when it does finally stop, but we'll see. I wonder if I could take you up there and show you live. How exciting! Wow! I've got a wee man that can say that.
Outstanding. Exciting.
I need a second camera like I do. None of them are plugged in. They were always problematic. But I shall try that for another time. Why are your comments not showing up? There you go. Overflowing is an extra water. Yeah, but there's nothing in there, so it's just a waste at this point. Almost as exciting as live stream. Don't be silly. Don't be ridiculous. Right, are we ready, people?
Exhilarating.
We're ready to do the quiz. I'm about to press the button. Here we go. I always forget this. I try and build it up for far too much and forget that we've got a countdown. I've still not put in what do points make? Prizes! I need to make that sound bar. I'll sort that out. We can watch the tank fill just like watching paint dry. No, it's way more dangerous. Right, good luck everyone. 30 players. That might be a record. Question 1. What word can come before the words sign, light and tetra? Is it road, neon, cardinal or bright? See, that wasn't hard, was it? I can see my mum and Tom being a bit like, what? Some of them are fishy questions. Not that many. So, most of you went for neon. One road and one bright. A road tetra? A bright tetra? The answer was neon. So, congratulations, 92% of you. In first place, Timbo. Not seen you at the top of the leaderboard for a long time. Who's the fastest? I always do this in the first. Who's the fastest? Obviously, it was Timbo. Idiot. Oh, Juggler's in even from his deathbed. Wow. Well done. Yeah, Muzzy is it. Sorry, Tom, with the fishy question. Question 2. Are we ready? Here we go. Which of these chocolate companies invented white chocolate in 1936? Was it Ferrero? With this white chocolate, you are spoiling us. Cadbury, Hershey, or Nestle? Who invented white chocolate?
Exhilarating.
Oh, bit of a spread on that one, as I said there from Stevie P. It's a guess, but whatever company it was should be ashamed of themselves. I'm not really a big chocolate fan, so I'm ambivalent on the subject, whereas my daughter is in love with the stuff. My wife hates the stuff. So there's quite often white chocolate wars in our house. But the answer, for those of you interested, is Nestle.
Surprising.
Timbo gets to stay at the top. Tash into second place and Muzzy into third place. Wow. Good work. Oh, as Muzzy has it joined twice, is that why you're at the bottom as well? Or did I just get something wrong? Right, okay. You've inflated my user count. I'm thinking I've got 32 people playing, but it's just the same people playing 3 times. Right, question 3. Which of these classic Disney villains owns a cat named Lucifer? Is it Cruella de Vil, Lady Tremaine, Maleficent, or Ursula? I must admit I did not know the answer to this one. Palmer's is the worst chocolate. I have not heard of Palmer's. So if it does exist in Europe, I'm not aware of it. But then again, I don't eat chocolate, so maybe I've just not noticed. I don't know. 3 idiots jumping in for a like, thank you. Whether you're idiot 1, 2 or 3, always appreciated to have you here. Right. Ooh, quite the spread here. And as Lisa says, who? The answer is who? Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine is the evil stepmother in the 1950s Cinderella. And as a fun fact, I don't know why this fun fact has been included, that the person who played Cinderella's evil stepmother, Lady Tremaine, and Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty was the same person. There you go. So the points is doing a weird thing here, isn't it? No? No, maybe we're okay. Aquarium Mum. I've just seen down there in 28th. Yeah, some people playing twice. Maybe it does crash every now and again. People log back in again. It's fine. It's fine. I'll all be fine. I've paid for the full license. We can get 100 people in here and it'll be fine. Question 4. Which of these mythical creatures is the national animal of Scotland? Aquarium Mum, I'm expecting you to get that one. Muzzy, is it? You're kind of Scottish. You should get that one. Is it a dragon, a griffin, a unicorn, or a centaur? Griffin sounds best in a Scottish accent, so I picked that. Ugh. Ooh, big beastie. Landed on me. Well, most people are going for unicorn because the answer is unicorn. Obviously. Well done, most people. Did Aquarium Mum get that one? I have to wait to page 3 to see. Aquarium Mum did not get that one. God. You're a disappointment. Question 5. I'm kidding. Which of these animals produces the fluid castorium, used as a food additive and to make perfume? Castorium. Is it a beaver, a fox, a cow, or a llama? If in doubt, go beaver. A lot of you have gone with beaver, and a lot of you are correct. It is indeed beaver. Castorium is extracted from the castor sacs of mature beavers. The FDA lists castorium as generally recognised as safe. That's nice. Rebecca remains in first place, being chased down by Tim, about 40 points away. 1 point more away is Tash. And that's your top 3 as we go into question number 6. What is the President of the United States' annual salary? It's a big salary. It's a great salary. Great salary. Beautiful salary. Right, we're reaching the danger zone in this tank now. What is the President of the United States' annual salary? A bit of a split on this one, between 300,000 and 400,000. The answer is...
Holy cow!
This is 400,000. It's pretty good. It's a lot more than the Prime Minister's salary. What does the Prime Minister get? I have no idea. Maybe it's an MP salary I'm thinking of. But that leaves everyone. Oh, Juggler's moved up into second place. 1 point behind Rebecca, not Christine in third. Go on to question 7. Which titan in Greek mythology stole fire from the gods and gave it to mankind? Was it Helios, Prometheus, Hades, or Demeter? $16 of us going for Prometheus. 16 of you are correct. According to Greek mythology, Prometheus defied the gods and gifted man the power of fire. In some versions of the story, also credited with creating mankind itself. Learning.
Unreal.
Not Christine moves into the lead. We've had a few different leaders. Nobody's running away with it anyway. Right, moving swiftly on to question number 8. The 16-bit Super Nintendo Entertainment System came packaged with the video game Super Mario World, Brothers, Kart, and Luigi. What did the SNES come with? Hang on. We have a dissenter. Sir, you're wrong about the American president's salary. Can I just direct your attention to the final rule there? The correct answer is what I say it is. Okay, we shall return. A bit of a split here between World Brothers and a few carts. The answer actually was Super Mario World. Juggler and Tash get that one. Stevie P joint third with not Christine. Laurie carried it, sliding down. Question 9. Roughly how many miles long is the Great Wall of China? See, easy questions this week. $8,000, $10,000, $13,000, or $17,000. Let me just put that there as well. Who's wrong? Who's wrong about what? What? The live answers are most people going for 13,000. Controversially, it's 13,000. Well done, everyone. The Great Wall of China was constructed in stages by several dynasties over the course of centuries and spans just over 13,000 miles. Rebecca straight back on top of that one. Look at how much... No one cares how much Trump made. He's barely a president. Can he even be called a president, really? Salary is what the salary is. How much he decides to take is a different question. Right. This is question 10. So for our new players here, you get to bet. So whatever points you've got, if you have 200 points, you can bet 10 points, 20 points, 100, 200, whatever you want. Just type it in. If you don't bet anything though, you can't win any points. So if you bet nothing and you get the answer right, you still get nothing. So you might as well bet a little bit. There will be a clue, but it's a bit of a cryptic clue, so it's not going to help you that much. So decide what you want to do. Here we go with question number 10. Beer. What country has been producing Heineken beer since 1873? Is it Germany, Belgium, Denmark, or the Netherlands? Where does Heineken come from? I'll give you a clue. It's neither of those two, Rebecca. Heineken, you can famously go on a tour of the Heineken, I was going to say distillery there as if it was a whiskey. You can go to the Heineken brewery if you visit Amsterdam, which as we all know is in the Netherlands.
Great.
No. So, what has that done to the scores? Fun fact first. The yeast for the first batch of Dutch beer Heineken was developed by a student of Louis Pasteur, inventor of pasteurization. There you go.
Astounding.
Scores on the doors. Juggler in first place. Oh, we've got a Leighton family 1-2. And Christine in third. Oh, look at all those people. Aquarium Mum lost. How did you not know Heineken was from the Netherlands? Stevie P down to nothing. Shadow down to nothing. We must have lost a few on that one. Mickey, not on nothing. Muzzy, is it? Didn't we go to the Heineken factory when we were in Amsterdam? Oh no, we didn't. We thought about it, but we didn't. Right, time to make it back though. People have come back from 0 points after 10 questions to, I think, second. But you know, you can do it. Question 11. What organ in the human body produces insulin? Is it the spleen, the pancreas, the kidney, or the gallbladder? The aquarium has stopped making noises. Let me see if it's... requires some minor fiddling. It's a little bit too high, but we can sort that out. So, sorry about that. Is it the spleen, the pancreas, the kidney, or the gallbladder? Almost everyone thinks it's the pancreas, because it's the pancreas. Well done, almost everybody. So, no change in the top 5. Let's move on to question number 12. Liv had this as homework last week, so I hope she got it right. She did. A fun, depressing fact. Heineken that we drink in the UK is made in Hereford. They bought Bulmer's cider and started producing beer in the home of cider. Ah, that makes sense, because it got cheaper all of a sudden. I remember that a few years ago. Right, question 12. On average, how many hours of YouTube videos are viewed daily? 500 million, a billion, 3 billion, or 6 billion? These are all large numbers. Oh, it's a tie between a billion and 3 billion. On your channel, yeah, I wish. The answer is 1 billion. Roughly 1 billion hours of YouTube videos are streamed daily. Wow. Tash/Sliv goes into the lead because Juggler and Christine didn't get that one right. Right, question 13. Moving swiftly on. What's the proper term for a cluster of bananas? Chiquita banana? Is that a hand of bananas, a bushel of bananas, a branch of bananas, or a clutch of bananas? Hand, bushel, branch, clutch. What do we think? Well, you all think. Most of you going for hand. Most of you right. The proper term for a cluster of bananas is hand, making each individual banana a finger. Which is why all bunches of bananas have 5 bananas. That's not true. Oh, Tash nearly a 70-point lead there. Fast as well, Tash. 85. Beaten only by Laurie Carey Day with 86. Question 14. According to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, who used to work on the docks? Is it Bobby, Tommy, Ronnie, or Johnny? That's a small hand. Yeah, that's a small banana. Banana for scale. Small one. So everyone now singing that song in their head. Tommy used to work on it. No. Bobby used to work. No. Ronnie. No. Seven Johnnies, 2 Bobbies, 14 Tommies, and 2 Ronnies. Tommy used to work on the docks. It is indeed Tommy. It's Tommy? I'm a Tommy and I didn't know that. The old panic clickers in, yeah. As Brian starts drinking again, he's not at the top of the leaderboard. Where is Brian? I've not seen... Oh, there he is. 23rd. He's making a comeback. Right. Question number 15. What is the geographical term for a cluster of islands in a sea? Is it a peninsula, an atoll, a barchan, or an archipelago? I must say, bit of pre-warning. I hastily reviewed the Eliminator questions, and they're all a bit geographical as well. So, yeah,
insane.
Peninsula Atoll Barchan, or Barkan, I don't know how you say that, or Archipelago. It is indeed the Archipelago. It's fun to say. No change at the top, really. Doing well. Question 16. What is the collective name for a group of parrots? Is it a covey, a parliament, an unkindness, or a pandemonium? Is it a parliament of parrots, or a pandemonium of parrots, or an unkindness, or even a covey, or a covey? Right, we're getting dangerously close to overflowing. It's doing that thing where it goes pss, 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 but it's almost overflowing, but not quite. Wow, Parliament is the most popular answer. Parliaments, is that not ravens? Because it's not parrots. Parrots is a pandemonium. Parliament is crows. Yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, murder of crows. I googled group of parrots name. That's very much against the spirit of the game, Tommy. A covey of partridges, a parliament of owls, an unkindness of ravens, and a pandemonium of parrots. There you go. Now you know. Oh, the top three all missed out there. Christine making a little bit of an inroads into it. Okay, question 17. Which of these countries does not share a land border with Mexico? Honduras, United States, Guatemala, or Belize? Googled and it said well, flocks are the generic term for birds, isn't it? A flock of birds. Flock of seagulls, flock of sparrows, flock of pigeons. I guess. Honduras, United States, Guatemala, or Belize? Belize being the most popular one, but it is in fact Honduras. Oh, not Christine making it into the top three. So it's tight at the top. Tasha's got a bit of a lead, but less than 10 points between second and third. Question 18. Which of these sea-dwelling characters lives in the underwater city Bikini Bottom? Is it Ariel, Aquaman, Nemo, or SpongeBob SquarePants? Just going to check on this. It's literally right on the edge of the rim of the glass. Everyone will get this, we think. Well, you say that. Two people thought it was Ariel. One person thought it was Aquaman. 21 correct people thought it was SpongeBob SquarePants. You remember, there's a range of ages as well as locations. Penultimate question, 19. Which of these fish species is not classified as bioluminescent? Is it an anglerfish, a batfish, a lanternfish, or a viperfish? Six people gone for anglerfish. Oh, Mickey says, I still thought that said angelfish. Sorry, dyslexics. I think that's what's happened there, because it is, of course, the batfish. Oh, Tash has lost one. So going into the final question, there's like 20 points almost separating the top three. So now you have to think tactically. Is it worth betting big? Is it worth betting small to try and retain a lead and hoping someone else gets it wrong? Ooh, what are you going to do on question 20? Good luck, everybody. Bet what you want. It goes quack, is your point, is your clue. Remember I said it was going to be easy questions sometimes. Which of these animated waterfowl is Daffy Duck? Which one is Daffy Duck? Wow, the answers are... I thought this would have been a really easy one for everyone. But we have a few different answers. So, 17 people thought it was Daffy Duck. 3 people thought it was whoever that is. Somebody thought it was whoever that is. And 3 people thought it was Donald Duck. So, what has that done to the final scores? Should we get ready for a drum roll? No, that's the same one again. Stop, end, finish. Your winners are... The drum roll was poorly timed. Not Christine in 3rd place. And in 2nd place, Juggler. But all on their own in 1st place. Congratulations, Tash. You have taken it with 2,858 points. That's a lot of money. It's not money, it's points. That's a lot of points. So, everybody ready? It's that time again. Live spreadsheeting. Hang on. Export player rankings. Open that. Put that up there. September quiz, player rankings. Let's delete that column. We'll copy that. No, copy that column and that column. Copy that. Move that out way. We're on week 3. Paste. What's that done to the lead? Tash has now got almost 300 point lead over False Inspector. Juggler in 3rd. Botty McBotty in 4th. Stevie P in 5,914. Brian all the way down to 6th. Zenny in 7th. Shadow, JT and Laurie Carriday making up your top 10. There you go. Now you know. If you can see your name there. You know how many points you got. Aquarium Mum finishing off on none. At least you had a go, eh? Sorry, wrong button. What's Donald Duck then? Donald Duck was the one at the end. Donald Duck's white, Daffy Duck's black. Is Daffy Duck not his girl? No. You definitely fell for it there then, okay. The masked pumpernickel. Ah, right. I think that makes sense. Daffy rode Bug's coattails and Bugs won an Emmy off a cartoon with Daffy in it instead of by himself. Daffy was the one who kept getting shot and his beak would fly around his head in a comic fashion. Mandy says, I really hate wagers. Have I mentioned that? It kills all the cumulative skill and then I lose my ass. You wouldn't be saying that if you won, though. I heard there's something very important for Tash and Juggler to do next Friday. Well, he was meant to be hospitalised, so I don't know if one of you tried to take him out, but he still managed to persevere all the way through. Number 3 is Darkwing Duck. Ah, okay. You had GCSE English, you had to do coursework essays to review Looney Tunes. Surely that must have... Best assignment ever. Oh, have to watch cartoons. Ugh. I'll do better next time, says Mum. Hey, you did fine. Loads of other people got 0 too. I hate wagers too. Oh dear. Well, there's one more quiz to do. We usually have a bit of a rant about something for a few minutes and then we do another quiz which is called the Eliminator, which is only 10 questions and they start easy and they get a little bit more difficult. There's no wagering, so you can all be happy about that. The thing here is if you get one wrong you're out, so it's a survivor quiz. So you get, the questions are a mix, they're not. The questions are all multiple choice, there's no drag and drop, and there's no free text because everybody got upset about that. I changed it. The correct answer is still what I say it is, even when it is the correct answer. And the questions are on a timer, so you've not got enough time to Google it. That's basically what I'm thinking. The stupid Heineken killed me. I thought that was like worldwide knowledge that Heineken was Dutch. So, anyone got any plans for the weekend you want to tell me about, or any questions, or as always, I haven't planned anything. I can wax lyrical about the type of fish that I'm hoping to buy if you want to hear about that. I was trying to find... Oh, there is Discus Tarzu. I've just seen that somewhere. Rio Javari Discus. Expensive. I'm just looking at the last week's list. They better all still be on it next week. Where did I see the Discus? Rio Negro Blueface Heckles. Kurdiki Discus, Heckle Kurdikis. I don't know what they are. No, the Tarzu ones. I must have made that up. The Teffis are Aquafasciatus Teffi. But I was probably going to get more of these. Some Alenkers. I'm more of a fan of the kind of naturally ones. So your red Turks, blue Turks. I'm not a great fan of like all the checkerboardy ones, and they're cool and all, but a bit like meh. Rio Negro Heckles. Yeah, there's loads. They've got a good selection, but really small, and not all that cheap. Still Tarzu. Yeah, I thought I saw Tarzu, but no, I didn't. And also, these lists they are what they are, I guess. Listen to your mum, Graham. I always listen to my mum. I'm fine with her not liking betting, but it's staying in part of the quiz because it's a bit of a leveler. How quickly can you... hopefully not quick enough. As I say, it's very much going against the spirit of the quiz if you try and cheat your way through it. I've also redone the quiz. Not the quiz, So yeah, I think I mentioned this last week, but it's come to my attention that when it always failed on question 1, we restarted it, you got to see all the answers to all the questions. So hopefully I've got rid of that now, so you won't be able to see all that. I'm not accusing anyone of cheating, but it's taken away the opportunity to cheat, so we should be all on a level playing field this time. And I don't think they're that hard, but they're a bit geography skewed this week. But you know, it's all good fun. Don't hate wagers, but I do hate wedgies. Nobody likes wedgies. You have to be a special kind of something if you like wedgies. Adam C has some fish news. In fish news, I can see L201 wrigglers after waiting almost 2 years for them to like each other. Yeah, I've often thought the secret to success in a breeding program is giving up your breeding program, and then it happens. Weekend plans for Mickey: build another stand and chill, plus beers. Are you documenting all this, Mickey? I noticed you changed your handle to Mickey's Aquariums a wee while back. You putting up videos? I can't tell. Why won't that tell me? Meh. Some neat Rio Negro. Yeah, there's some cool fish on that list, but you know, my funds are not limitless. I'm going to have to carefully choose some. Brandon says, Branton, sorry, it says Plecos made love during the storms we had last night in Wisconsin. That is often a trigger, is changes to air pressure. Definitely does that. I only got cheap boils for working for Maidenhead and directly importing £40 for baby heckles. Well, I think baby heckles I was looking at were a wee bit more expensive than that. Well, medium large. Well, the class medium large is 8 to 10 centimetres, which is not medium large in my book. But well, they're probably 70 odd quid. I did see some other heckles. Rio Negro heckles, 10 to 12, 60 odd quid. ICA red heckles, 50. But there's some strains are like 20 quid. Prices seem to be a bit all over the place. Some things that you expect to be expensive are cheap, and some things you expect to be cheap are expensive. So I don't know whether it's just that you have to pick the right week sometimes to make sure you get the best deal. Hans is planning to bring the coin goldfish in tomorrow. Spent the last 3 days prepping for it. Blech. I'm not. I'm leaving my goldfish out all winter this year. Last year I brought in half of them, kept them in the tank. But if anything, there's even more of them in the pond, so they should be fine with it. Or, and hear me out, people could get smarter. What, for the quiz? He's put out shorts. Ah, right. For some reason it's not letting me find your channel. I think YouTube's just having a bit of a mental moment and not working properly. The boxing is on it. Oh, is this, what's his face? Anthony Joshua? Is he fighting tonight? Or have I completely made that up? Tomorrow. I'm finding it very hard to get excited about that fight. Everything's gone a bit mad with boxing these days. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I have filmed videos, but editing is a cock. I quite enjoy editing. I think it's one of my favourite things to do. I wish I had more time to do more of it, or spend more time editing my videos. So that video that you come out to, that we did as a what's the word? Premiere. There we go. The video that we did as a premiere before the live stream. I edited that at about 5 o'clock for an hour. I just wish I had more time to just go back and do more and more and more. Because I wasn't very well last week, I kind of used up my bank of videos, so I'm now out of spare videos, so I need to get ahead of myself, get a few in the bank so as I can release them each week. But we'll see how we get on. But yeah, I do quite like it. Not wanting to box the King of DIY. I'd love to box the King of DIY because that would be an easy one. But the heavyweight boxing, in fact, all boxing. The fact Jake Paul has ruined boxing for me. That's all I can say. He's made a mockery of it. And all these like influencer boxing matches, like the King of DIY, but that shouldn't be a thing. You should have to actually have some kind of skill to make people want to go and watch you box rather than just liking you or hating you. And the Jake Paul thing, it's done it again. That's my Luminous Nights, the one I like from Lidl. Why won't you focus? Mental head. But Jake Paul, all the like recently retired boxers are all like coming out and saying, "Oh, who is it? Carl Froch keeps going on about it, saying that he hates it and he should just shut up and he should stop doing this." But he clearly wants to fight him, so as he knows he can get a massive payday, and that's the thing. They're all enticed by this. He brings this massive payday to it, which is ruining it. Because he's not a great boxer, but he does bring an audience and he can generate money, and that's not what we want. Let's see skillful people fighting. I don't know. A few of you have forgotten like. Is that true? It is true. Only 26 people have hit that like button. Come on. Get a go. Editing is boring. Anything's boring. If you don't enjoy doing it, it's going to be boring. But I quite enjoy it. I like the idea of how every now and again it can change the story a little bit with good editing, or it can ruin the story with bad editing. It's like a lot of things. The best editing is the stuff you don't notice. But I do like the little subtle things you see in some videos. It's just like, that was clever. That's a good way to move that story on to the next bit. I don't do it myself enough, anywhere near enough, but I wish I could, which is why I like it, and I wish I could spend more time on it. I'm learning, so I can't. Yeah, learning. It's become another hobby for me. I really do quite enjoy it. Editing's super fun right up until I totally run out of steam and passion for the project, and it's the worst thing ever. Yeah. All the best editors I've seen have done like videos and how to do it and all this kind of stuff, and it really is, you need to do it to death. So like I said earlier, I filmed today's video over the past 3 or 4 days and edited it tonight at like between 5 and 6. It was a quick cut, move this, move that, a little bit of this, that and the other, done, out. What you should really do is like spend 2 or 3 hours on it, sit on it for a day, come back, spend another couple of hours on it, sit on it for another day, come back, spend another couple of, and it's all the tiny little incremental fixes and changes that 90% of people don't notice. But while they don't notice it, it makes a difference, and it makes it more engaging, and it makes it better. What are you using to edit? CapCut. Ah, yeah, well, I suppose that is free, isn't it? I use Vegas. It used to be called Sony Vegas, but now it's called Vegas. I did post a link in Discord fairly recently because it was reduced in price. I used a hooky copy of Vegas for a long time, but now I've actually paid for it, so I'm legit. Do like it, but I think it's because it's the one I learned on. Tried DaVinci Resolve. That was actually really good. I wish I'd spent more time learning DaVinci Resolve. Free, again. There is a paid version, but there's a free version that's really rich, featured. It's got a lot of... You don't need much. There's not a lot of bits in it. It's like paywalled off, so you can get really full feature stuff out of DaVinci Resolve, and it's pretty good. Then your Adobes and stuff like that are all different at another level again. But yeah, spend a bit of time on it, learn the shortcuts, makes it so much easier. Rebecca doesn't enjoy any aspect of editing. The clipping, the adding of footage, whatever the... Do you know what? It comes across. That's why I keep offering to edit your videos for you. For free. I'm not going to charge you for it. you actually have some useful knowledge about the hobby. So we should be making your videos better so as they're getting out there more. The YouTuber match, boxing matches, YouTuber boxing matches are cringe. It reminds me of, there used to be a thing, well, probably still is a thing, called white collar boxing. And I went to one in London once, and it was just like, it's just pathetic. Like, people pretending to know about some of the skills. And you're just thinking, what is the point? If you're doing boxing for fitness or something like that, fine. But why are you having a match with someone else when you clearly don't know what you're doing? And it's not like I know what I'm doing either. But they're not fighting. They're not putting on any exhibition here. It's just like, oh. And the YouTuber ones you see where they're just like that. Like, oh God. Hope no one's paying money for this. Stevie says, the worst part of editing is seeing and hearing myself over and over. Yeah, it does feel a little bit, especially when I'm editing a video and somebody walks in and I'm sitting there listening and watching myself. Like, I'm not a narcissist, honest. I'm just trying to edit. If I do a podcast I really want to, then I will probably edit stuff, but I don't want to pay for software unless I do it. Well, you don't have. There are ways around paying for software, and there are free softwares. DaVinci Resolve, like I say, really good and free. Right, are we ready for... Oh, I was trying to do this for past and I've run out of time. Hang on. We're going to go back and we're going to do the Eliminator. I will post the link now. For those of you that want to play the Eliminator, remember you get a prize straight away. You don't have to wait for the end of the month or anything like that. You win the Eliminator, you get a prize. Stephen and Aquarium Shed, if you're still here, I haven't sent your prizes out from last time. Sorry, I will get round to it. We've got 11 of you in so far. Remember, the questions start easy, get more difficult. The idea might be to do a live stream, then cut it down for Spotify and main stuff. But the live stream wouldn't be much of a Q&A. I mean, that works. That will be good. I think you just have to just do it. Just get on with it, do it, get better at it, keep doing it, keep getting better. Lisa's back after being distracted by some flashing lights or something. Get in quick, you can play the Eliminator. We're up to 20. That might be a record for the Eliminator. If it's a live stream, it's good to interact with chat a little. Yeah, I think so too. I think the ideal thing to have is if you have not necessarily a panel, but if there's at least two people that can have a chat with each other and then dip into what's your audience saying, what are they talking about, and you can always tidy it up and stuff later, but I think that works the best. I think it's good to have like a central topic that you can talk around, not necessarily just interview. What do you think of this? Well, I think this. What do you think of that? If it can be more of a chat and a discussion of a topic, you can use like bullet points to bring you back to focus on whatever specific areas you want of it. But that would work quite well. I don't think Q&As work well for Spotify. And so, yeah, Q&As they're difficult. It just doesn't feel quite as natural. I think all the podcasts I try to think, what do I like? All the podcasts I like are, yeah, they have a theme or a topic, but they're not very rigid, and they're more discussing around it, and it's a discussion rather than an interview, and I think they sound better. I don't know. Right. Oh, wrong button. It's 22:31. Still not working. There we go. The Eliminator, number 21. My stickers I won in March still haven't done. Oh, I blame Royal Mail. Me too. Blame me. It's me. I'm sorry. Remind me. Send me another email. I will sort out some stickers for you. Right, are we ready, everyone? Let's start the countdown. Remember, you have to be quick. You have to answer your question fast, or you'll be out on that. Start easier, get harder. Although I think the first one might be controversial. Question 1. How many continents are there? 1, 10, 4, or 7?
Oh my God.
Majority of you going for 7. 3 people going for 4. Can't answer, it's glitched. Right, we're not starting. Sorry, tough. Shows 20 answered, 3 couldn't or didn't. Mona Lee, Shadow, Mickey, and Brantonio have all been eliminated. Everyone else is thin, but I can't see Stevie P anywhere. You were neither eliminated nor answered correctly. Oh, I'm sorry, it's glitched. But we plough on regardless of the shitty software. The answer is 7. When I went to school, it was 5. But apparently, North and South America are their own continents now. So, there's still 17 survivors. Apologies to those who it glitched for. Question number 2. What is the name of the imaginary line around the middle of the Earth that separates the northern and southern hemispheres? Is it meridian, centre, core, or equator? So apparently it's North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Australasia, Antarctica, and another one. I don't know. These are hard. What's the name of the line around the middle of the Earth? How's that hard? A 100% of people knew it was the equator. And it was the equator. Well done, 100% of people. I didn't realise quite how geography heavy this one was. But we're all still in. That's good. We've made it to question 2. Question 3. After water, what is the most consumed beverage on Earth? Is it tea, coffee, beer, or milk? That's not a clue. Oh, we're losing a few people. 12 gone for tea, 1 gone for coffee, 3 for milk. Maybe I should have said the most consumed beverage on Earth for humans. Because I guess lots of things drink milk from their mothers and stuff. Anyway, all the tea in China. It's tea. So, we've still got Chloe, SKP, Texas Tom, Not Christine, Baby Barb, Zenny, Christine, Bruce, Muzzy Is It, Barbarossa, Gas Musk, and Tash. Everybody else is out. Moving on to question 4. Start getting harder now. Which insect shown here lives in colonies and goes by the word hormiga in Spanish? Is it an ant, a fly, a cockroach, or a mosquito? Oh, 2 people thought that was a mosquito. All the correct people thought it was an ant. Because it's an ant. That is the picture. If you gathered all the ants in the world, they would weigh a combined 89 billion pounds. There you go. SKP, Texas Tom, Not Christine, Baby Barb, Christine, Bruce, Muzzy Is It, Gas Musk, and Tash. Still in at question 5. Here we go. Question 5. How does Forbes rank people? Is it by wealth, by followers, by influence, or D, answer option? It's not D. I'll give you that as a clue. I obviously forgot to put in a 4th option. Everybody's gone with wealth. Thankfully nobody chose D. It is indeed wealth. Well done. Right, we're still going on about milk in the chat. Come on. It has to be milk, as you have milk and tea and coffee, milkshakes, etc. Right, think about it. If you have a cup of coffee and you put milk in it, is that mug 90% milk or 90% coffee? And what about the people that don't have milk? What about the people that just have black tea and black coffee and don't like milkshakes? I'm pretty sure milk contributes a lot. Oh, well, it does. That was why it was one of the options, but not as much as tea. Right. Everyone's still in because everyone got that right. Well done. Question number 6. This is where we start getting hard. The world's largest island shown here is an autonomous territory of which country? Australia, Canada, Denmark, or United States? The world's largest Iceland. Iceland? Island. That was a slip of the tongue. It's next to Iceland. One's gone Australia, one's gone Canada, and 6 have gone with Denmark because that is Greenland. which is owned by Denmark. It's 90% water, it's just coloured by the coffee. But you don't say I'm having coffee flavoured water. The beverage at that point is coffee. I feel like I'm explaining myself too much here. Whatever I say the answer is, the answer is. Fished. Greenland is larger than Australia. Well, is Australia an island? Or a continent? Oh, now I don't know. The largest island in the world is Greenland at 836,000 square miles. New Guinea, then Borneo, Madagascar, Baffin, Sumatra, Honshu, Victoria Island, Great Britain, Ellesmere. So Australia doesn't count because it's a continent, I guess. I don't know why. Just doesn't, right? Shush. So we've lost a couple of people there. We're now down to SKP, Texas Tom, Not Christine, Christine, Bruce and Tash. As we go into number 7. The Mariana Trench is in which ocean? Arctic, Pacific, Atlantic or Indian? Ooh, a bit of a split. 3 for Pacific, 2 for Atlantic. The answer is Pacific. We've got SKP, Not Christine and Tash left in. On to question 8. Question 8. Which of these countries does not border an ocean? Is it Cameroon, Paraguay, Uruguay or Ukraine? Which of these countries does not border an ocean? An ocean, sorry. One for Paraguay, 2 for Ukraine. Let's get the maps up. Okay, do this in real time. It's not working. Why are you not working, computer? You're embarrassing me. There's Ukraine. Technically it's the Black Sea, but it is connected to the ocean. Whereas, if we go over here, Paraguay, landlocked. The answer is Paraguay. So we have one person. Not Christine. Sea, not ocean. It's connected to an ocean. Whatever. Shush. Cameroon. Let's have a look at Cameroon. have to remember where Cameroon is. Cameroon's in Africa, isn't it? Cameroon is coastal, the Atlantic. Right, not Christine, are you ready? The penultimate question, can you do it? What's the name of this country on the Iberian Peninsula whose national airline is known as TAP? T-A-P. Is it Malta, Portugal, Spain, Tunisia? Not Christine thinks it's Portugal. Not Christine is right. It is Portugal. We go down to the final question. I should have like tense heartbeat music. Are we ready, Christine? Or not Christine? Question 10. What island nation flies this colourful flag? One of 3 national flags to feature the colour purple. Barbados, Seychelles, Grenada or Dominica? What do you think? Not Christine thinks it's Seychelles. But the answer is... Dominica. Unlucky. Round of applause though, that was well done. It's extra cutting how you get to question 10 and get that one wrong. But well played, everyone. As you can see, there were no survivors this week. But thank you all for playing. I would actually cry. Yeah, I'd be a bit gutted if I made it all the way to the last question and then got that one wrong. So close though. Yes, well done, not Christine. Bruce got to question 7. Should have got it right as a master mariner. Well done. Very poorly put together on the sea ocean one. Okay, it should have been connected to a body of water. I guess that is. Ah well. Fix, you're keeping the prizes for you. Well, I've got... The prizes are like piled up here, ready to go. I'm ready to give out prizes like a prize giving out fountain. No one's able to do it though, you know. I bet you Paraguay has a river that's connected to an ocean. I'm sure we could tell. No, 0 rivers in Paraguay. That's not true. It's got a lake right down at the bottom. Ah, that's interesting. There's a lake called... Oh, it's not even a lake. It's called the Parana P-A-R-A-N-A River, and it's the border between Paraguay and Argentina, and the border actually runs through the middle of it. That's quite weird. And that river does indeed, if you follow it all the way down, pardon me, oh, it's a big river. Goes into the Atlantic. So, yeah, I'm all kinds of idiot, sorry. That's the one. The Paraná. For the prizes, maybe best not to send a random tracking number with no context, like my light. Why, what happened there? Did you not get it? Oh, I don't know. The Amazon runs through Paraguay. I don't think the Amazon does run through Paraguay. The Amazon's a bit higher. That's a good point though, because that river looks longer than the Amazon. Or maybe it's just the scale of my map. Anyway. Bruce says, thanks Graham, very enjoyable, but now off to bed. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. It was lovely. A quick Google reveals that not every country has a river. That's news to me. Hey, news to me too, I would have thought. Surely one of the main factors about being a country is you have to have a river that goes through you at some point so you can get trade and goods and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise you're just, I suppose, otherwise you're just wasteland. I know you can have countries where large tracts of it are wasteland, but who knows. The Amazon doesn't run through Paraguay the country, but does intersect with the Paraguay River. And a lot of the Amazon might not be obvious as it flows from... I realise I'm not sharing my screen, it's just me. You're now looking at a man going, oh, ooh. I thought I was sharing my screen. So the Amazon starts in Peru. Of course it is, because it's really small. So it's really big. Welcome to Man Says Stupid Things on Internet. It looks really small when it starts there, but it's really long, which means it's big. Yeah, and then you see these places in Peru that the Amazon River runs through, and you go, so that's where those discus come from. I see. The Vatican's... of course you have, like, the Vatican City is a country. Yeah, that won't have a river. They trade in ideas. Ah, dear. Right, you've got 7 minutes left. What are you saying, people? I'll do a little bit of stream admin. If you haven't clicked that like button, get on with it. If you have, thank you. If you fancy watching one of my videos, you'll see links down below where you can join as a member, or you can just click subscribe, where you'll be notified of all my new videos, or a link to my channel. You can go and watch any of my... Oh, completely forgot. It's my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. I got an email from YouTube Tuesday or Wednesday, which said that it's my 10-year anniversary since I uploaded my first video on YouTube. It's 10 years. 10 years! BC Tasha Bell, I've just subscribed just to complain about the Black Sea not being an ocean. No worries though, but where's my puppy I won in June? Is it lost in the post? I'm afraid it's perished if it's been lost in the post this long. I'll send it on my way though. Tom says, my son wants to watch a horror film for the first time. Do you have any suggestions that won't scare him to death? Maybe a fishy one. Jaws! No, I'm terrible with horror films. I'm not really... It's not my thing. Do you remember Scott that we used to work with? He loved horror films, and I used to work on shift with this guy. And he would always bring in horror films. And it wasn't that I was scared of them as such. I was like, I do not enjoy this. It's not scary. It's just... I mean, I'm sure there are good ones, and I'm probably thinking that there are good ones that I just can't think of at the moment. But the majority of the ones that I had to sit through, just them being a horror film was just an excuse for a shit film. It's like, oh, we've got no plot, no story, nothing's going on, but there's loads of gore. Like, well, whatever. Or if they did have something like, they never seem to be a fully rounded film. It would always be something missing. If they had a plot, they had no budget, or they were just all like, oh, there's nothing going on. There's just a stupid person doing a stupid thing who's going to get cut up by somebody with a machete. Or, do you know what I mean? They're all just shit. Other than that, I really like horror films. But why does he want to watch a horror film? It depends how susceptible to scared is he? Because I think your son and my son are about the same age. What, you must be, 13, 14? I'm trying to think what Stuart would be into, that horror film wise. He started watching like war films now. He was watching Hacksaw Ridge the other day. I was like, why are you watching this? Whereas I remember Ali at the same age was like, no, couldn't handle anything gory or scary or anything like that. So I don't know. Congrats! Are we doing a 10-year event? Well, we've missed it because it's this week. Maybe we'll do it next week. Some kind of 10-year event. A decade, indeed. Geography is stupid and wagers are stupid, and if there's geography wagers next week, you can guarantee what question 10 is going to be next week. I'm cracking skulls. You live a very long way away from me, Mandy, so I feel quite safe. 10 years, yeah, indeed. I was only 4 years old when I started watching you. How old is he? Cabin in the Woods is good in the end. So I think he must be, he must be 14, something like that. Cabin in the Woods, have I seen that one? Is that the one with the cabin in the... No, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one. As long as it's not Under Paris. That's such a bad movie. I've not seen that one. Shaun of the Dead, comedy for... Hey, that might be a good way into it. If you can see the lighter side of things. Nightmare on Elm Street, I laughed at it. Now, I remember being scared by Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember there was a film, I watched a film called, the only film that's ever given me nightmares, it was a film called Ghoulies. And I hired it from the video shop because I thought it was Goonies. And I hired the wrong film. And I've watched it many times since, and it's not scary in the slightest, but there's just some scenes in it that are a bit like, ugh. And for weeks, if not months, I was like, oh god. And it's terrible as well. It's just that, yeah, you don't know what things are going to have an impact on you. He's 14. Yeah, I thought he was about 14. Same age as Stuart, isn't he? The original Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's good. Shaun of the Dead is a good call, though. I like that one. I'm talking about slasher films. Yes, probably. There are multiple categories now. Horror, psychology. Yeah, and like the person I was talking about that we used to work with, we went through all the subgenres of horror, and they were all shit. For me. So if you like them, that's fine. Just, it's not my thing. I don't do horror either. I don't get scared by them. I just get disappointed in them. Sorry. Alright, where did we get to? we're at 11 o'clock, so I'm sure somebody else is streaming somewhere that you can go and watch if you want to watch this fishy stuff. If not, you can go and watch one of my videos. How about the one that came out earlier tonight? That'd be nice if you went and watched that. Final Destination. Final Destination. I quite liked that. That was good. Snippets of gory, snippets of shock, a little bit of everything. Yeah, that's a good one. But yes, we'll call it a night there. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Come back next week. We'll have the final week of September quizzing. We'll do the 10-year celebration event. I don't know what that'll be. And we'll have all kinds of fun and games. But for now, I'll bid you adieu and good night, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!